I love Kirk Cousins. I've been a fan of Kirk Cousins since he was at Michigan State. I really like who he is. He seems genuine. He seems like a real, authentic guy. I like him in interviews. I watched his documentary all about the free agent process. I mean, honestly, Kirk Cousins reminds me of my younger brother. My younger brother passed away in 2016. They have a similar, tender heart. They're just good people, it seems like to me. I love Kirk Cousins. So keep that in mind as I say what I'm about to say next. This will make people angry. I've already gotten people mad at me today while I shared my opinion about this. Yesterday, the Packers and the Vikings tied, and Kirk Cousins did not win. Now, you can add context if you want. You can talk about how, the Laquan Treadwell pass bounced off of his hands. That was intercepted. That's the reason why Kirk Cousins has an interception on his stat line. You can talk about how the Vikings kicker went 0 for 3. He got fired actually today. He had 2 missed field goals in overtime. You can add all the context you want. You could even say, Kirk Cousins threw an interception that was actually called back. That would have cost the Vikings the game. So Kirk Cousins had a great stat line. Kirk Cousins was 35 for 48, 425 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, had a 73% completion percentage. The more context I hear about the Vikings tie game with the Packers, the more I actually get discouraged if I'm a Vikings fan. The more I hear about how well the Vikings did on the stat line, the more I go, oh, that's not good. Because the Vikings have a better roster. The Vikings have a better team, a better defense. Their quarterback, Kirk Cousins, played incredible. And despite all of that, the Vikings still could not beat Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Remember, the Vikings paid Kirk Cousins a ton of money. They could have gotten Case Keenum back. They could have brought back Case Keenum, who's way, way cheaper. One, by the way, too. But the Vikings paid Kirk Cousins to upgrade at quarterback. And they were hoping to beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers and win more in the playoffs. That is why the Vikings brought in Kirk Cousins. You can say whatever you want. You can list all the reasons why the Packers and the Vikings tied. But they still didn't beat Aaron Rodgers. The Vikings could not beat Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers yesterday. If you go to Amazon.com, you can pick 2-day shipping. That means they send you a package in 2 days. But you have to pay extra. You have to pay extra for 2-day shipping unless you pay for Amazon Prime. But either way, you're paying for it. I live in Eastern Washington. I live in a small, remote town. And I heard guys this weekend complaining about Amazon. They said sometimes we pay for 2-day shipping and our packages come in 3 or 4 days. Yesterday, the Vikings tied the Packers. The Vikings and the Packers tied. They did not win. Vikings fans did not get what they paid for. Vikings fans, the Vikings paid for Kirk Cousins to come in and beat the Packers, and it did not happen. Add context all you want. Give me all these stats. Talk about Laquan Treadwell. Talk about the missed field goals. Say whatever you want. But when you tell me that Kirk Cousins played incredible and the Vikings did not win, that's actually more disappointing. Because again, the Vikings had a better roster, better defense, great coach. They paid Kirk Cousins a ton of money to play quarterback for them. He played great, and yet they still could not beat the Packers. They tied. It's not super discouraging. And again, Kirk Cousins played great. I'm not saying it's awesome. I'm happy for him. But Kirk Cousins is driving a Ferrari, and Aaron Rodgers is driving a Honda Civic. The Ferrari should beat the Honda Civic every single time by a lot. And it wasn't enough yesterday. I mean, again, Kirk Cousins played great. 4 touchdowns, 35 for 48. Only 1 interception, 425 yards passing. But at the end of the day, that still was not enough for the Vikings to beat the Packers. If you're a Vikings fan, I would feel incredibly discouraged today. We did all this stuff. We upgraded. We spent all this money. Dime, bang, 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 bang. It did all this work. Not enough. That would be a punch in the gut if I was a Vikings fan today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my show, Strong Opinion Sports. It's my pride and joy. I'm very proud of it. If you're new to Strong Opinion Sports, you can subscribe to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube, or you can find more shorter breakout videos like the one you just watched. And if you like what I had to say, maybe you hate what I had to say, share this with your friends. Share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about the show. My name is Zach Schaumler. Have a great day.